In recent years, many Asian cities like Beijing, Tokyo, and Seoul have been developing incredibly quickly. However, due to rapid urbanization, these cities may not be able to properly sustain their growing population. For example, Beijing suffers from some of the worst air pollution problems in the world, and most of the smog comes from the millions of cars owned by the millions of people who live there. The incredibly high number of cars also causes massive traffic problems that hinders everyday activities, business or otherwise. Traffic and air pollution aren't the only things that affect these cities, however, as having such a high number of people in a single place would require a load of energy, which would also have to be produced in a manner that wouldn't cause more air pollution. Obviously, something needed to be done in order to improve the city's conditions and improve sustainability. So, take Beijing. What has Beijing been doing to improve the city's sustainability? Well, in March of 2016, the Premier of China, Li Keqiang, has proposed a 5-year plan to reduce PM 2.5 emissions from factories and other areas and to promote the use of renewable energy. So far, the plan has worked, as by the end of 2016, the energy intensity per unit of GDP has already fallen by 18.2%, and emissions of key pollutants have dropped over 12%. If the plan continues to work, by 2020, the energy intensity will fall by another 15% and carbon intensity by another 18%. This means that both the economic and environmental conditions of the city has and will continue to improve. The traffic system is also slowly improving as more citizens continue to use the incredibly efficient and cheap subway system, which links pretty much everywhere in the city together. And if that wasn't good enough, the buses and taxis around the city can pretty much take anybody anywhere due to the relatively cheap prices and accessibility. This allows the citizens to prevent using their own vehicles, which greatly reduces carbon emissions and decreases the traffic problems as well. Of course, Beijing isn't the only city going through changes. Tokyo, for example, has an incredibly efficient train system known as the JR Yamanote Line, which connects 13 of the city's centers together. Tokyo is also increasing the use of renewable energy, predicting that by 2020, renewable energy would stand for about 20% of their energy consumption. Other measures of decreasing air pollutants in Tokyo include the controlling of emissions from diesel vehicles and increasing the usage of low-emission vehicles. Many other Asian cities have also begun creating city-wide subway systems and increasing the use of public transport, such as buses. Evidently, plenty of cities have realized the problems of rapid growth and urbanization, and are working towards making their cities more sustainable to the citizens that live there.